You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. So you're telling me that the Vikings are like all top 10 podcasts in all of
I
sports?
said top 50.
Top
I
50?
said there's 5 of them in the top 50.
That is some exposure that we need at this time.
Yeah.
Should
We're
we just become a Vikings podcast?
We're going to the game this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to the Vikings-Packers game this weekend, Tyler. I don't think do you understand the magnitude of that?
I mean, yeah, I've been bleeding purple since I was 6 years old.
Think about the situation though. It's playoff atmosphere.
Mhm.
The Pack.
This game, 3 weeks ago, this game didn't matter. And for the first time in my life, the last 3 weeks, I've been cheering for the Packers to
So
win.
this game
So
matters.
this game mattered, and they won, and so did we. So now the game matters. And everyone's saying that the Vikings are playing hard so that they can lock up the 2 seed. Wrong. We're playing hard so we can steal the fucking 1 seed from the Eagles, and the Packers are just trying to get in.
So we got to win out, and the Eagles have to lose out.
Yep.
To get the 1 seed.
And Jalen Hurts is out.
Yeah.
So
he's
there's
done.
an opportunity. Gardner Minshew lost last week.
Do you remember when we saw Gardner Minshew at the Waste Management?
Yeah, that was the most like we all walked by and we're like, wait a fucking second, was that Gardner Minshew?
Well, and we had Matt with us, and Matt's like so full of football knowledge.
Yeah, he's a football savant.
Before we could even get within 100 yards of him, he's like, guys, that's Gardner Minshew up there. We're like,
And-
no, it's not,
And
and it was
no dig on you, Gardner. You're a lot shorter than I thought you'd
big
be.
time. But also his legs are the
Yeah.
size of both of mine put together.
He's a big ass dude,
It makes sense.
width wise. He's like not that much taller than us. He's maybe like 6'2".
Yeah.
No, dude, he's not even. I think he's 6 foot. Can we look that up?
Well,
I'm on it.
Because quarterbacks are all usually like 6'6", because they got to be tall enough to see over their offensive guards.
I mean, I think 6'6" is stretching. it
No,
a
dude,
bit.
quarterbacks are tall.
He's 6'1".
Okay, we're right in the middle of where we were.
Yeah, but still, I'm gonna see.
And you're 6'1", right?
Yeah,
On a good day. What's the average height of a quarterback?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Well, it's funny because we actually have a guy at a computer right now with full
I'm
access.
faster
dude.
than him. The
6'3".
both of these. Oh, that's never mind. It's the two. Yeah, I'm seeing 6'5".
Okay, so we got 6'3" average height of a quarterback. I mean, he's below average.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, he almost took the boys down, which would have been sweet.
The shortest quarterback in history was Eddie LeBaron, who was 5'7", and his nickname was the Little General.
Kind of like Muggsy
Muggsy
Bogues.
Yep, Muggsy Bogues,
Like
shortest player in the
5'3",
NBA.
5'5", maybe.
Space Jam.
Was he?
Yeah,
in
he was
Space
in
Jam?
it.
Muggsy.
Yep.
Yep. He was the little guy.
A space jam with golfers would be fucking sweet. And
Yeah.
like Michael Jordan is now Tiger Woods.
He's already in it.
So just the first
it's like,
5
okay,
minutes.
There's
Okay,
already
so-
golf in it. That's how he gets sucked into Looney Tunes
True.
land.
Yeah. Doesn't he get sucked through a golf hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
How have
imagine
we not talked about this?
his group? No one's talked about his group that he was golfing with when he gets sucked into the hole. It's Michael Jordan, Larry Bird,
Yep.
and Bill Murray,
Yeah, and then who was that little guy
his
with
random assistant.
yeah, and then is wearing that umbrella hat.
Stan Podolak.
It was the short fat guy, right?
Yeah, Stan
Okay.
Podolak.
He gets sucked in as well, right?
No, he does he get sucked in eventually?
I think down the road he gets sucked in.
No, he follows Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny because they went to go get Michael shorts from his house so he could play with those.
Oh.
And he's digging up the green. Like the greenskeepers didn't stop Stan Podolak from literally digging a crater into the green. And then he sees Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny walk behind him. And then he just follows them. And apparently he can get in wherever they got in. I watched Space Jam recently.
I was gonna say.
No, I'm
glad.
I was gonna say I need to watch Space Jam again.
That's a good
I haven't
movie.
seen number 2.
It's not
LeBron.
good. Not good at all. All it is Warner Brothers flexing how many properties they own. Like Game of Thrones characters are in it. Like
Okay.
at some point, like there's fucking Drogon from Game of Thrones in it.
Really?
Okay, we need to relax on Space Jam 2.
It's not good at all.
Okay, imagine what's the bad guys? What are they called?
In the regular, they're the Monstars.
Imagine if hypothetically, Tiger's team is the PGA,
Mhm.
and the Monstars is actually Live Golf. Greg Norman is like the big bad.
No, Greg
leader
Norman's
of-
the guy that from Moron Mountain that's trying to steal Tiger to force him to lose rounds against fans.
Yes.
Not that you're a moron, Greg. You're the boss, so you get to be the evil guy.
I would also I would like to just see like a cartoon style golf movie.
I would. Who would you cast as the Monstars? Whose talent is getting stolen? Number one, for sure, like one of the most controversial guys in golf is Patrick Reed.
Okay, yep, I would
Patrick
agree.
Reed's in. Bryson is the big
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
He can't drive, like his talent getting stolen, can't drive more than 100 yards.
I think Phil Mickelson's kind of the bad boy now
yeah.
these days too.
Yep. Yeah, you got Phil, Bryson, Patrick Reed. Who else?
People are
We
starting
need
to
five.
Sergio Garcia isn't as big of a name as those guys, but people are starting to hate him. I don't know if you guys remember his last tournament on the PGA before he was going over to Live. I can't remember if it was Augusta or what it was, but some of the shit that he was saying, like that was being picked up by the mic, was basically like, I'm fucking done with this league.
I mean, I kind of dig vocally expressing your emotions.
I would agree. They got to start miking these guys up,
Dude,
more.
yeah, why doesn't golf do mic'd up? Is it because it'll fuck with your swing?
But even then, you could just have you know how they
You don't
already
have,
have
you don't have like AirPods or headphones or anything.
No, but they already have the little microphones inside the tee markers that pick up the sound of the driver and the ball.
Oh, really?
Just add another one that points up at their mouth so you can hear them
Well,
go.
yeah. What about
whatever.
like the NFL? They got the big ass like satellite gun they point at players
Yeah.
to get their audio.
Parabolic.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should start doing that. We need to mic up golfers because you remember the Justin Thomas clip where
Yes,
he
I just
tops
watched it the other day.
tops a drive into the woods. He's like, "You piece of fucking shit," looking at his driver. and I was like, "He is one of us."
And people don't see enough of that to be able to relate to it. They see it every once in a while, but to ingrain it in their heads, like even NFL mic'd up, when like the other one I saw the other day was Adam Thielen was mic'd up, and he obviously tells people beforehand he's mic'd up. So Justin Jefferson comes over and starts like
Talking to his
into the
mom.
mic, and that, like, I feel like that's a great way for fans to interact with these guys and feel out what they are as a person off the course.
One of my favorite mic'd up moments is Marshawn Lynch delivering turkeys to his neighborhood. He's like, "I got to restore my community."
Oh, my community. He like does the Chappelle voice for some reason.
Yeah.
And he's loving life at that point too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like golf doesn't have a character like Marshawn Lynch.
No.
And
Now-
they probably do. We just don't know it because we never get that kind of exposure. We
Now-
get the nice polished interviews. Like, I know the Live is changing that in slightly, right? But you truly don't get the personality.
Yeah, I would
And
agree.
the golf is missing that.
Now, is it too much of a mental sport for? Well, I mean, you don't even need to, like, these guys don't even need to think about what they're going to say next into the mic. It's all organic.
Right. So I think like we would get some pieces of gold if we mic someone up and they're standing over their putt, just like, "All right, go in, you little shit. Come on. Just do it for me one time. Get in the hole."
We should test the mic'd up theory with the simulator.
Yeah.
Because we got Simulator League
Yes.
now basically in full swing.
Jake has officially started it. He was his team was the first ones to play last night, and they lied their asses off.
Why?
There's no chance. Jake's partner said he's a 26 handicap and then shoots a 43.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I don't think Jake's partner golfs enough to know what his actual handicap would be. So he's just like, well, Jake and I are pretty similar. I'll just go with a 26. He's definitely a 20,
I'd give him
maybe
that.
a 22.
But that's a big difference.
It's a huge
in a
difference
handicap
when it
league.
comes to bumps. Yeah.
And we are recording in the simulator, which is next to the merch warehouse. So, Noah, if you can hear me, I know you're a liar.
Crick hits out of Noah.
He shot a 7 over on the back nine at Paynes Valley, which if you times that by 2,
Right.
it's an 86.
86.
I'd believe a 43 at a normal course. He did not shoot a 43 at Paynes Valley.
I mean, it is on the simulator, and you have the same lie every single
True.
time.
And they
so-
did bump the gimme up to 10 feet.
Really?
No, we just
Yeah.
went with whatever was default on the course. We didn't bump gimmies up.
You went 10 feet.
no,
dude?
just whatever the default
the
gimmies
gimme
was.
range is 9, Jake.
Oh my god. We're not
And the amount of putts that were right on the line for
Tyler,
you guys.
I fucking hate you,
Dude,
I mean, you guys
did
for
put it at
sure.
10.
Lying, absolutely lying straight
You
to
guys
I
for
got it
sure.
on the picture of your scorecard. It says the gimme range on it.
You guys for sure shaved like 3 to 4 strokes off of that
It's
round.
whatever the default was. Hey, you guys will get the 10-foot gimmies when you go to play your round, so cool it.
Also, I mean, again, we're gonna start working out some kinks here, but today or this week's league course was Paynes Valley back 9.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I wanted to start because the reason I chose the back 9 because the first hole is a downhill par 3 that even if you hit the green, if you hit the back side of the green, you go in the water. And I wanted to see people just get fucking frustrated.
well, and what happened yesterday? So Jake and his partner Noah, they're the first person to play this course for league, and they start playing the front 9. They're like 4 holes in. It's like, whoopsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to go to the back 9. Well, now we got the swing down and the jitters out. So, I mean, Jake, between the gimme range and playing 4 holes of the front 9, you guys shaved at least 7 strokes.
That
off.
is so you can warm up to and you'll
That's
get
true.
the same gimmies. So that's all I can say about that, right?
Okay. Also, so I watched the majority of your round yesterday.
Yeah.
By about the 3rd or 4th hole, I really had to compose myself from dying of laughter. I wasn't shit talking. I wasn't giving advice. I was purely just laughing out of.
Which is almost worse.
Yeah, I know it
That's
was
what
bad.
Noah said. He's like, I'd rather be shit talking than someone laughing at me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't laughing. I mean,
No, you were
I was
laughing
laughing at you. Now, there was one time yesterday, Jake.
What?
I have never laughed this hard in my entire life. So he hits a drive. It goes 125 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying $1.25, not bad. He says $1.25. For some reason, that just sounded off to me. Started out with the laughter there, and then because his partner hit a good drive, he immediately goes into we're chilling. After you just hit a 125-yard drive.
Because we were chilling.
And it's
Not
best
only-
ball too. He has to finish the hole.
I know, but that's the thing is I'm not gonna plant the seeds of doubt inside of Noah's brain. All right.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as Grant said that like if you start pointing out like where not to go, we're like, oh, we're chilling. You're not chilling anymore.
We were chilling.
Jake, what was the other thing that you said?
Oh yeah, after my drive went
okay. Yeah. After his drive went $1.25 and they were just chilling after that. Well, he goes, well, at least it wasn't atrocious. And that
It's
was
pretty
atrocious, dude.
Dude,
I will
it's fine.
give Jake credit. I saw him hit the 2 best drives of his entire life back to back, but unfortunately, it was during the 4 holes on the wrong 9.
Yes.
He hit 2 fucking piss missiles just straight. One of them would have gone 310 if it didn't hit the sand, and the other one was like 308, and they were dead straight. But it didn't matter because you were playing the wrong side of the course.
Hole. Yeah.
Well, I feel like, Jake, I've never really seen you in a competitive nature like that. So for me, it was funny to see you being that competitive as a golfer. And then also, I mean, you would be perfect mic'd up. I'm not going to lie. You'd be a perfect guinea pig to be mic'd up for the simulator league. You say some funny shit.
Thanks, Ryan.
The only advice I gave you yesterday too, Jake, was you just got to aim left because you were hitting everything slicing to the right. It just said aim left.
Yeah. We'll figure that out. But I will say I did have a good time with Noah yesterday. That was a blast, and
I had a blast watching you guys.
the competitive. I love golfing competitively now. Lights a fire under my ass.
It is fun.
And you
It is
can't
fun.
blame me for being a team guy by telling Noah that we were chilling. It's a team guy move by me.
We're chilling.
That's like a
We're
big
chilling.
time. I know we've been on football talk. It's Mike McDaniels is the coach of the Dolphins, correct?
Yep, yeah,
That
yep.
is something he would go up to Tua and be like, yeah, we're chilling.
We're chilling. We're chilling. So we got, I mean, I think we've said this before. League format is 6 teams of 2. We're playing a different 9 every single week. It's also net. So we're taking handicaps into play. Some of the guys here do not know their handicap.
Yes.
Noah, probably not in 26, probably more of a 2022. It's going to get interesting to see the more teams that start playing, how accurate the handicaps really are. Now I'm like, okay, well, my handicap as a 9 was at my prime this last summer. I am no longer in that prime. So me saying I'm a 9, I kind of fucked myself.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, but I would have called you out if you said anything higher because you've told me 9 so many times.
What if I would have backed it up with like, well, I haven't played on an actual course in like 2 to 3 months?
I would have asked you to play a full 9, and if you were more than 9 over, or what would be before, if you're 5 over or more, then I would have been like, okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
Is there what's it got to take to get that switched? Maybe bump it to double digits.
You got to prove to me, and you cannot slack off on purpose.
Of course not.
You got to prove to me that you are as bad as you're trying to say you are.
I mean, when we say like, I'm just looking for like maybe a 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Because that could be the difference in one bump.
Go and play. I'll give you a regular course. Doesn't need to be Paynes Valley or Pebble Beach.
Minot Air Force Base.
Minot Air Force Base. You go there.
That's kind of an easy course though.
Well, if you shoot 5 over or more, then I'll let you bump it up
through
to
9.
a 10. Yeah, because I know that's not how you calculate handicaps, but for this sake, you just take the 9 and then double it. You know what I mean?
We could
I get you.
rolling handicaps throughout the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
There'll be some finagling going on, I'm sure. But in the talk of handicaps, kind of got me thinking, like state by state, what are the handicaps looking like state by state? Like in my mind, Arizona and Florida got to have the best handicaps, right? Because that's where the most people are playing golf.
Face value, I would agree with that. But then now you told me that we were going to do a segment about this earlier today.
Yes.
And so I thought about it more because my first initial gut reaction was like, got to be Florida, got to be Arizona. And then
California, another one.
Yeah. Then I thought about it a little bit more, and maybe not, because there's more golfers there. It might bring the average down.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Now we have some numbers to present.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be some debate in these numbers. Are people entering their scores incorrectly? How's that looking? So these numbers that I found, and it goes by region. So Midwest, Northeast, Southeast, Northwest, Southwest. I don't.
Sure.
Is there 5 regions?
Yeah, there's 4.
There's 4 regions. Okay. So we got 4 regions, and it breaks them down by state. The average handicap of each state, and then it gives you a median handicap of the entire region. Now, I was shocked by the results. Now, we didn't just pull this off some bullshit website. This is from My Golf Spy, an article taken July 2022, so it's very recent.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys know the app, like the Grint. It's
The Grint. It's a very popular handicap app. We use 18 birdies.
Yeah,
but
they're the same thing. You have buddies that use Grint.
Yep. So all these numbers are taken from the Grint. And let's start with the Midwest region, Jake. What are the average handicaps of states in the Midwest?
So this is bananas. The highest.
Start us with the lowest.
All right,
I want to know worst first.
No, so the highest handicap would be the worst.
Yeah. Highest handicap would be the worst. The highest handicap in the Midwest is South Dakota with an average handicap of 14.05.
That's not very high.
They got to have some snipers in South Dakota.
Apparently.
But also, the year is shortened in South Dakota. Now, is that like you're not recording as many rounds?
Yeah.
So if you do have some good rounds, you're not going to dilute them with bad rounds, because I believe handicap is taken off your best 7 or 8 rounds within your last 20.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So one gets bumped.
Yep. You take 20 official rounds, and then the 8 best of those 20 are average to get your handicap.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So South Dakota is the worst with a 14.05.
Yeah, which also means that the entire state of South Dakota is a much better golfer than I am, which kind of sucks, but that's
fuck
fine.
off, South Dakota.
Now, you could also take in like course rating, like, you know, if you're up in the hills, you're in the Black Hills. We both played Elkhorn Ridge.
Yep.
Terrain is also a big thing to take into account here. The terrain in South Dakota in the Black Hills, it's not very catering towards golfers.
Exactly. Which, if you look at a much flatter state like Iowa, which has the lowest handicap in the region at an 11.09 handicap.
11.09 handicap?
That's the lowest in the region.
In Iowa?
Yeah.
Good for them.
No shit.
Well, yeah, it's all flat, man.
But I would have figured like Iowa's known for their farmers, right? So there's got to be a lot of farmers who golf, but only for a short period of time, because you got harvest in the spring and you got planting in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So for that planting in the spring, harvest in the fall. So you got that small window for these guys to be sniping golf courses.
Without a doubt.
Well, the only hazards in Iowa are corn and pigs. So
That is true. So again,
you just got hogs on the middle of the fairway you got to look out for, and corn as you're out of bounds. So that's it.
and
You
also
can play out of corn. Trust me.
I was just gonna say, especially if corn's harvested in the fall,
Mhm.
like I'm taking like 56 straight out of the corn.
Oh yeah,
No question.
without
Also,
a doubt.
you know, all the remnants of harvest. I
Mhm.
mean, talk about a great lie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't prefer hitting off of dirt, but I'll sure as hell hit off a corn stalk.
I'll hit off anything.
Oh, yeah.
So Iowa number 1, lowest handicap. South Dakota worst handicap. Us being in North Dakota, where are we sitting at for handicap?
Right behind Iowa.
So we're
Cool.
second.
Second in the region.
That's got to be because of us. right?
11.60.
I mean, I'm below the average and you're above the average.
Mhm.
So that's
yeah, we found the average.
we found the average.
It's because of us.
11.60 is the average handicap in North Dakota. Minnesota has an 11.9, which is also right behind North Dakota. So Iowa, North Dakota, Minnesota, top 3 in the region.
And probably like I would say Iowa, Nebraska, and I don't know why I skipped over South Dakota, probably because of the Black Hills.
Mhm.
Iowa, Nebraska, North Dakota, probably the 3 flattest states in the Midwest
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to hills. And I don't know. I haven't been through Iowa enough to know if it's
It's
like
pretty
that.
flat. Like there are portions where it's like a lot of river valleys and shit.
Okay.
I didn't see any golf courses there
That is true.
because we road tripped across the entire state, Jake and I. So we've seen a lot of Iowa's terrain.
And I also feel like the amount of prestigious courses in North Dakota is not nearly as much as the states down south, like Florida or Arizona.
I would say Minnesota even, because Minnesota has hosted the Ryder Cup. Minnesota
PGA
has
Tour
a PGA.
Canada.
Yep, they have PGA Tour Canada. They have the
The Open's been there at
The
the
Open,
3M
Open.
The 3M Open is there.
And that's at a
Yep.
different course than Ryder Cup. So there's
Yep.
2 courses right there.
TGC Twin Cities, Interlochen, Hazeltine. Like all those courses are PGA level courses that are
Right.
hard as fuck.
And when you think about North Dakota, we got a lot of public courses.
Mm-hmm.
And even like the nice prestigious courses, they're obviously a little bit tougher, but they're still pretty flat.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we make up for lack of elevation and terrain change with lots of water.
Like man-made water.
Yep.
Yep.
So like here, the 2 country clubs, like the private country clubs here, have so much fucking water on them.
It's ridiculous.
They're very flat. It's pretty open, but there's water everywhere you look. And I hate that.
If there's ever a water shortage in North Dakota, I'm going straight to the country club. I'm getting a membership and I'm going to be filtering water out of these ponds just to keep my family alive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, Jake, hit us with what is the worst region in the United States?
It's going to take a little math, but I did the math in my head actually about the best region, which is the Midwest.
We're the best?
Yeah, we're the best region.
The Midwest has the best overall handicap.
Yeah.
What's the median average?
The median average for the Midwest, quick 12.55.
Hell yeah. Suck it, Southwest.
Iowa has
Suck at AZ, suck at FL, suck at CA.
Iowa's number 2 on the best golfers in the country.
Where's number 1?
Average handicap. I think New Mexico, or I just had it up. Arkansas has.
Iowa has the best median,
Second
the
best.
second best median handicap.
To Arkansas.
Now, Arkansas, that makes sense. You know who resides in Arkansas?
The
John
Dailies.
JD1 and JD2. So with them being probably -2s and -4s,
Can we confirm?
-5s.
Can we confirm they use Grint?
yeah.
Okay,
I'll
that
reach
is true.
out to
This
JD.
is taken by Korea.
Yeah.
So there are some people who are.
So we had nothing to do with North Dakota's because we
Son of
use
a
18 birdies.
Sorry, guys.
It's probably a good thing though, honestly.
Yeah, we don't want to hold them back.
I do know Jade's a big Grink guy.
Mm.
And
That
I mean
doesn't surprise
Jade's
me.
handicap is probably like a 4, when in reality it's probably like 19, 20.
Well, it's a 4 with a foot wedge, and any ball you find is yours.
Correct.
North Dakota's number 6 overall. So there
That's
you
actually
go.
shocking to me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Do you think so? Like back to my original theory that Florida and Arizona are going to be lower because they have more golfers. Do you think that because we have the seasons and golf, like the summers are coveted here, that people are only really golfing if they truly enjoy it and they're pretty decent at it. Like, people don't really want to spend their summer doing something that they suck at.
That's true. Whereas
yeah, but Tyler, we spend our summer.
I know,
doing
but in the
shit we
grand
suck at.
scheme of things, like we were looking at some golf statistics today, and it's that only 20% of all golfers, 20% of all golfers in the world can break 90. So I know I haven't done it. I'm part of the 80%.
You're going to.
But I'm pretty fucking close. I'm in the 25%.
Yeah.
So we're in the top 25% of golfers out of all of them. So we're not bad, is what I'm saying. So there are people much worse than us.
Yeah. Now, here's another point to that, Tyler. You look at the Midwest states compared to like Arizona and Florida, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more shit to do in Arizona and Florida than golf.
Yeah.
In the Midwest, for leisure activities in the summer, because you only get a certain amount of time. You want to take full advantage of being outside doing something that you like. Well, here in North Dakota, the thing to do outside that even if you're bad at is golf.
Yeah.
If you're not good at golf and you live in a southern state, odds are you're probably not going to golf.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of other shit that you can go be doing. You can go hiking. We can't fucking hike here. We can walk down a sidewalk path
Yeah.
with an elevation gain of 3 feet.
Yeah. Or Arizona, you can literally just go on a hike in February. Like February, it's 70 degrees outside.
So February is almost the best month of the year in Arizona.
But like Arizona has the advantage that even if you don't want to golf because you have so many options, you have all year to get around it.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So like,
you don't have to.
You're all hiked out, and then they have the option to. All right, I guess I'll go play a round of golf.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to really jam it into 5 months of the year.
So here's what my thought process with the Midwest, and like you only have these few months where you can do shit outside and have fun and be warm or whatever.
Yep.
Right. The shitty golfers are not going to golf. They're going to go to the lake. They're going to go to a baseball game.
Yep.
They're going to go do all that kind of shit instead of golf because they're bad at golf.
I would agree.
So I think that was another factor of why the Midwest is technically the best golfers in the United States.
Yeah, I love how we're just immediately making excuses as to why, and not like, yeah, no, we're the fucking best.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we're not
like,
bragging. We're like, well, actually, this is why.
Well, to give a fair shake to Arizona.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
And we're also nicer, so we're probably fudging our scores a little bit, like giving people some strokes they shouldn't have.
There's fudging going on for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and, okay, here's another factor to take into it. Guys like us, we want to head down south and we want to golf in Arizona and Florida, and we want to head to the West Coast, golf in California. Well, if we're using the Grint app, my question is, do our scores when we take a golf trip down south contribute to those states, or do they still contribute to our home state?
Interesting.
Because
Jake has a smirk, so he knows the answer.
I'm assuming,
I'm currently looking it up.
I mean, I can't say it, but I will. I would say a majority of the people taking golf trips are probably within a 15 to 20 handicap on average.
Oh, yeah.
That's my guess. So if those scores do contribute to those southern states when they're taking the golf trip, I think that's probably why it's a little bit lower.
But
too.
you also got to remember, like the super, super serious guys that are like in tournaments, like Lucas, aren't using an app.
Correct.
You know, like if you're as good as Lucas, you're not on Grint.
So
you're not using 18 birdies.
This is a great breakdown for like the best average golfers in the nation.
What can you tell us? We just dogged on Arizona and Florida without even hearing their numbers.
Yeah.
So they could be like right on our asses.
They could.
Yeah. So I'll bring it back up here just so we can talk about it again. But Midwest, North Dakota, 11.6. That's us.
Can you give us, just real quick, Jake, give us the one through the last state, the first state through the last state, the scores of each in the Midwest.
In the Midwest, yeah. Iowa, 11.9. North Dakota, 11.6. Minnesota has 11.92. Missouri, 12.04. Kansas, 12.37. Indiana, 12.39. Michigan, 12.5. Nebraska, 12.95. Ohio, 13.09. Wisconsin, 13.14. Illinois, 13.46. And South Dakota, 14.05. So
Interesting.
there is a range of about 3 strokes between the top and bottom. Okay.
So I think it's safe for me to say that the Midwest holds the best average golfers when it comes to handicap?
Florida, if it was in the mix, it would be second to last. Florida has an average handicap of 13.84, which would be just in front of South Dakota. So there you go.
Eat it, Gators.
Yeah. And then Arizona has a 12.74 handicap, which would put it around like right in the middle of the bunch in the Midwest, just behind the middle of the bunch. It would be in like the 60th percentile.
Hell yeah.
So can we all agree that the Midwest has the best average golfers in the nation?
Yeah, numbers don't lie. We're the best.
And these numbers are not coming from us. They're coming from an app where scores are recorded.
Yes. And it could be, I'm not giving us any more excuses. No more excuses. We're the fucking best.
We're the fucking best.
Except for Arkansas. As a region, we're the fucking best. Arkansas is the best
Thank you.
state.
We're a team here. We're not individual states.
What's the worst
we're
state?
50 states, but we are the Midwest.
Yes. Who is the worst state?
Take a guess here.
Alaska.
I know what the worst state is because I'm the one that sent you the link.
Mm-hmm.
The worst state in terms of handicap, Tyler, is Delaware.
What? That's so random.
15 points. Well, they have 2 golf courses. And they're probably fucking.
Well, they
Where's
span,
Rhode Island?
they span across the entire state.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people call us the flyover states. I haven't even thought about Delaware in a year until you just said it.
No,
I forgot Delaware was even a state.
Delaware is a great place to start a business, though.
That's the real flyover states.
And it has something to do with taxes or something like that. But if you start a business, you want to reside out of Delaware.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for the pro tip, Ryan.
Don't go there if you want to be good at golf because you're not.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we start a business, a golf course in Delaware. We get the tax breaks and we can get that handicap a little bit further down. Yeah.
What was their handicap?
15.7.
That's tough.
That is tough, especially when you compare it to North Dakota.
I mean, also, what are people doing in Delaware?
I don't know.
Not golfing.
I actually don't know what's there.
I don't know anything. I don't even know what the terrain is like in Delaware.
I don't either. It's tiny. Not the terrain is tiny, but the state is tiny. 2 golf courses.
2 golf courses.
Spanning across the entire state.
Short par 3 from one border to the next.
They're both par 3 courses. Yeah.
Can't fit in
both
anything else.
Where's Rhode Island? Because there's just one course there.
It has to be. Rhode Island is...
I think Rhode Island just is a golf course.
Yeah.
And everyone who lives in Rhode Island just lives around the golf course.
Also,
actually not a bad place to live.
Rhode Island is a great name for a golf course. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
it
where are
is.
you golfing today? Rhode Island.
Yeah. We did this a long time ago of like...
Golf course
How?
names are dumb.
Yes, but I would say Rhode Island is a great golf course name.
15.36. So they're also not a great handicap score.
Yikes. Well, they're fucking catching lobsters off the coast.
Delaware isn't even where I thought it was. I got Delaware and New Hampshire mixed up. That's how irrelevant Delaware is to me.
It's like right by Virginia, ain't it? Delaware?
Yeah, it's connected to Maryland. It's just south of New Jersey and just northeast of Maryland. So it's not next to Virginia, technically.
Yeah, we're both
Well, they're
wrong.
fucking going to the Big Apple. You know? They're heading up to the Big Apple on the weekend instead of hitting the links with their buddies. The Big Apple could be another good golf course name.
Yeah, that would be. Actually, there's a golf course right outside of Manhattan. Like a public golf course right outside of Manhattan. Like you can just take the subway straight to the golf course and go golf there.
You know what? One of my goals, I would like to play a golf course in the middle of a city.
The one in Vegas looks sweet.
Yes. Because normally...
That is also on the fun facts thing that I was reading when I found out that 20% of all golf, only 20% of golfers can break 90.
Yep.
It also said that the most expensive course in the United States is that one in Vegas for $500 a round or something.
Jeez.
Which I don't know if I believe because
Is
I
that
feel
the-
like Pebble Beach has got to be.
Is that
one
like the MGM one or the Mirage? Or I think Brooks
it's
and
Shadow something.
Brooks and Bryson, they played their match at a course in the middle of Vegas. You could see the hotel right behind it. It's a hotel's course. I say I want to play a course in the middle of a city. We do that very frequently in Prairiewood, I guess you could say.
We do it all the time.
Let me rephrase that. I want to play a course in the middle of a city with skyscrapers.
Yeah. There's a course in Minneapolis called Theo Worth Parkway.
I know you've been talking about that, and I kind of want to go there.
Yeah, it's like when I was living in Minneapolis, that was like my home course that I would golf all the time. And one of the holes is a long par 4 right on top of a hill, and you're like driving right into the skyscrapers. It's so cool.
That's not safe. What if I hit one?
Well, it's yeah.
Uncle Rico style.
What if I absolutely nuke one? That's not the right word for the city.
Jesus, Tyler. Too soon, dude.
It's not too soon.
It has been 80 years, but he's good.
I know it wasn't. Well, like theoretically.
It wasn't nukes. If
No,
it was
I know it
nukes,
wasn't,
It would be
but
way worse.
I know it wasn't, but whatever. All right. Well, I think we can officially say it. The Midwest holds the best average golfers in the entire nation. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to quit with the excuses here because we are the best. We have some of the best courses. That's false. But we
do have some cool ones,
we
though.
do have some cool
especially
ones.
in the fall.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say the Midwest has the best collection of cool golf courses that are affordable that you could actually go to.
Agreed.
That's a great way to describe the courses here.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Jake.
You're welcome, Ryan.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back. And guys, it's fucking 2023 right now. What are we looking forward to in 2023? Be right back after the break. All right, guys. The year, let me paint the picture for you, Tyler. The year is 2023. And you know what?
It's currently
January
2023.
of 2023 doesn't matter.
Okay.
Neither does February, maybe not even March. April is when it matters because that's when we can fucking get back out on the course.
Yes.
Baby. I don't think you realize the reason that we are able to live where we do with the cold and the frigidness and the snow and everything is because the hardest months of the year here, January, February, March, the coldest months. It's the anticipation of the courses opening up, usually in April, sometimes in March, maybe beginning of May. It's that itch, that anticipation that starts to sink in when it's like, fuck, Tyler, we are a couple months away. If you think about it, 3 months, let's say 90 days. We're 90 days away from possibly getting out on the course. And when you put it like that, it doesn't seem like that long.
No.
That sounds like a lot shorter time than saying April.
Correct. 3 months versus 90 days. Let's just go with 90 days.
Yeah.
And then we're fucking swinging the sticks on real grass again.
I might be in overalls and a full winter jacket, but I'll be out there.
But we'll be out there, baby. As long as we can get to the till and pay for a round, you bet your ass.
I
we're
might
going.
even just Venmo the clubhouse from my truck. Just go straight to the tee box. Why don't they do that?
Okay.
Why can't
No. I cannot claim this idea as my own. And we'll get into New Year's talk. Hang on, though. This is a great point. Jake's smiling because he knows what I'm about to say. You know, when you go through like a toll bridge or something like that, they have barcodes that you can buy a toll pass, like a yearly toll pass or whatever, to where you don't need to stop. You can just keep on going.
Yep.
They need to have that at golf courses. They need to have sticky barcodes you can put on your window so that when you drive up to a course, it reads it. It pulls directly from your card. You don't even need to hit the clubhouse, and you can go straight to the first tee box.
My favorite thing is to poke holes in your ideas, Ryan. What if I just forgot my wallet at the desk and then I go back and I get charged again?
No, it's on your vehicle, Tyler.
Yeah, I know. What if I leave the course after my round and I have to come back to get my wallet?
Yeah, but they'll know that you have a tee time.
It's synced up with the tee time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you drive into the course with no tee time because maybe you just want to go have dinner or something, it's not going to charge you. But if you have a tee time scheduled and there's like a certain window, it could be a great way to get people to show up on time too.
Yeah.
Like you have a window to drive into the parking lot at the course for it to actually read it. Otherwise, SWAT team's going to be out front.
No,
And they're not going to let you on the course.
if you're late and you're holding up play, that's $5 fee.
Yeah, they charge an extra $5 onto your card.
yeah.
So if you want
Or
to save
$10.
you want to save yourself $5, get your ass up.
That's a phenomenal way to get people to quit showing up late to their tee times.
Yes.
Tack an extra charge on, and that can go to course improvements. That can go to 19th hole improvements. That can go to maybe paying groundskeepers and employees a little bit better because
Hole-in-one insurance.
Hole-in-one insurance. Again, I mean, let's just say I don't even know how many tee times there are throughout a day on an average summer day here in North Dakota. But
Most places it's like one every 10 minutes.
But even if 10 people showed up late for a tee time, that's an extra $50 a day.
That's an extra round, an extra green fee that nobody even golf for.
That you just get paid because somebody showed up late. Oh, whoopsies. Extra $10. I think it's a phenomenal idea.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, so you go, what you do is you get the app, right? The app, you schedule your tee time on the app or whatever, right?
Yep.
Do you buy this like with a membership, or is this like a completely separate thing?
I think it's a completely separate, like you can just purchase this as a non-member. So it's kind of like automatic car washes. You can just drive straight through because you've got the membership. Now, you stick that little deal right up on the corner. There's some sort of reader before you get into the parking lot. Beep, reads it. Maybe it sends a message to your phone, be like, hey, welcome to Prairie Wood Golf Course. Your tee time is in 17 minutes. And then it charges the card connected to the app for your tee time. So you can just head on to the first tee box.
What about this? How long until golf has no staff on it besides the greenskeeper? So I can see golf in 20 years from now being like, you get your tee time on your phone, you pay for it on your phone, and you have a QR code. You show up to the first tee, you scan your QR code, and then you get to play the round. The only problem is, how do they prevent people from just going on and playing, right?
Correct.
So that's when they have like on the tee boxes and shit, like those fucking parking bars. You scan your QR code and the parking bar goes away so you can actually tee off, or it's like spikes or some shit. They have some sort of hazard that doesn't allow you to tee off, and you have to scan your code either at every tee box to get rid of them, or you do it once and they all go away. I don't know. I haven't worked out the kinks yet, but I could see golf somehow, once they figure out how to keep people off the course, just becoming unmanned. Like you can order, you get your drinks from a kiosk, you get your food from a kiosk. That's every 2-3 holes. You scan your QR code, and the only people that actually have to be out there working are greenskeepers.
Tyler, that sounds like a dystopian nightmare, because that means A, no bev cart. B, no bev cart gals.
There's hospitality gals. They're no longer bev cart. They're there to just chat.
And those hospitality girls are gals, people, caddy girls.
Caddy girls. There you go. We just get caddies. You can get a caddy if you want.
Little robot caddy. You know how like when teachers are gone or people are sick or something like that, they got the thing. They got like the iPad on wheels that rolls around. It's just your caddy. Like they got that.
Now, how do they prevent people from how do they prevent like someone starting 10 minutes late on the tee time and then the entire day gets backed up?
Fees again. The fees thing is what spurred this in my head. You get charged a fee if you're late. If you're playing slow.
Well, and it's a great way to cover the course's ass of like, we got people showing up late left and right. Like the course is just getting paid for it. Now, as much as we dog on marshals, I don't mind the job they have, because yes, they can be an asshole, but they're also like, they're getting people going and making sure things are moving the way that they should.
Well, like it's all about the marshal himself, right? Or herself. The marshal at Cragen's when I golfed with Grandpa Dave was a delight. The guy was wonderful. The group in front of us started late, so we chatted with him for 10 minutes longer than we should have, and it was a great conversation. Marshals at unnamed courses in town are absolute dickheads.
I would agree.
So it just all depends on who you're putting out there, and the course needs to be more selective, because that can set the tone and honestly decide if you're ever going to go back there again.
And I think it's safe to say that a lot of marshals that potentially could be assholes, they're probably retired. They probably this is probably just something for them to get outside and do something throughout the day, right? So why you gotta be mad?
Yeah, it's like
you got fucking nothing
chilling,
going on, dude.
It's a gorgeous day out, and all you got to do is tell me when I can hit my ball. Fucking relax.
And it's like, I get it. Maybe there's like a standard that needs to be set from the course to the marshal. Like, all right, well, it's your job to make sure this happens. And maybe that's their way of making sure shit happens.
Right. Well, remember the story about when I was late to play with the other league team, and the marshal gave me a ride to the hole they were on?
Perfect.
That's a way to keep the pace moving.
Yes.
without being a douchebag. He's like, oh, it's my job to make sure that things are moving fast today. I'll just give this guy a ride instead of barking at him to hurry up and get over there.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to be so angry.
I don't know either. It's strange, isn't it?
I think I can get on board with the kiosk thing. And whether you can get on board with it or not, I think eventually it's going to happen. I believe, I don't know, there's probably a course out there already that does it now.
Yeah.
Unmanned courses. Also, it's like,
Well, Three Bears, it's unmanned, but it's an honor system.
that is true. You got to head to the bar in order to pay.
Yeah, if Joe's there, he's there. If he's not, you can still play. You got to go pay him at the end down the road.
That's essentially robotic golf courses.
Yeah.
Think about it.
That is true. Now, I would say there's some sort of an allure walking into a clubhouse and maybe checking out the balls or like the clubs or whatever. I think people can still do that. So maybe, I don't know, when the greenskeepers are like, you have one greenskeeper that runs the front desk and the rest of the crew goes out and does maintenance. You keep swapping. I don't know. I think there's legs to it.
Yeah, I think there's just something to of not having to walk into the clubhouse to pay beforehand. Just being able to pay on your phone and go directly to the first tee.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the golf pass stuck onto the windshield of your car charges you if you're late, keeps people accountable, is a great way to work ourselves into unmanned golf courses.
Yes. Okay. Resolutions.
Okay. Resolutions.
I have them all.
I haven't.
He's going to go over ours from last year. Apparently, we had some shitty ones last year.
You want to go over how much money we spent in 2022 first?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Let's close it out with resolutions.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't open my 18 Birdies app during the wintertime.
Me either.
There's no reason to.
I had to re-download it this morning because I have all my apps offload if I don't use them for like a couple months.
That's a good idea. On the way to work today, though, I was kind of curious. Like, all right, well, in the 5 or 6 months I was able to play golf, let's see how many rounds I recorded. I do have some unrecorded rounds, which I'll also contribute to my grand total. But from an average, like, how much did I actually spend in 2022? Now, Jake, will you get out a calculator and do some math for me?
Yes, Ryan. Gotcha.
Before we tell you these numbers, if our wives are listening, for your sake and for ours, skip ahead a while.
This was for the boys, and this one's for the boys only. We'll wait a second for all the girls to keep scrolling, and then we'll start. All right, now that we got all the boys here, the amount of money that I spent in 2022 is going to be ridiculous. First off, I have 44 recorded rounds in which I paid for, and I have 6 unrecorded rounds. Unrecorded rounds are me just going out and not needing to know distance, just going out to have a good time. I still paid for them though. 44 unrecorded rounds, 44 recorded rounds, 6 unrecorded rounds, for a grand total of 50 total rounds in 2022. Let's take it an average of, what would you say, $60 per course? Because I know one course I played in South Carolina, I played 2 different courses. Each one was like $150 to $200 a piece.
Yeah, I'd say somewhere around. I wouldn't say quite as high, but
so should we say $50?
Yeah, we'll put it at $50.
Okay, Jake, $50 a round times 50 rounds.
$2,500.
That's
really?
That's more than a mortgage payment, my guy.
Even if you bumped up the average to like what, $60, that's still like $3,000.
And even if you dropped it down to 30, because some of those rounds on our 18 birdies are 9s.
Even if
that's still a lot of money.
Still $1,500. Like if you just played golf like a little bit less, you could have saved up for a new set of clubs by now, Ryan.
That's astonishing. So what was the grand total? $50 a round times 50?
Yeah, what, 2,500? Yeah.
Okay, 2,500, and I also want to add up kind of everything around the game of golf, around our bag that we bought in 2022. I bought 1 box of balls in 2022.
No way.
Yep, they were the TaylorMade TP5 with their yellow stripe around the whole thing.
You are the world's greatest
practice.
ball hawker ever, Ryan.
Well, that, and I mean, Grandpa Dave gave us 1,000 golf balls to pick from. So I bought 1 box of balls, and I believe it was $45. So you got my total going?
Yeah, $2,540.
Okay. Now, through these 50 rounds, let's just say I'm going to say about 100 total drinks from the bev cart. It's 2 drinks around. I think that's
Because there were some where you didn't drink at all, and then there were some where you drank more than 2.
and I bought a 6-pack for the group or whatever. Let's go. How much you want to go for each drink? $4?
Yeah.
At least.
Okay, let's go $4 a drink. $400. So we're up to $29.45.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I bought was 6 golf gloves. And we'll put that at
$10,
like
$15 a piece.
no, because the 4-pack at Costco is 25 plus 2 extra ones that were like 25 each. So go $75.
Ryan, you spent $3,020 on golf this year. How does that feel? Does it feel good or does it not feel great?
I've been wondering why, like, I'm decent at saving money, and I've been wondering why the account has not been growing per paycheck.
Can we also throw on to the total that you bought new clubs this year?
That was last year. I bought them November last year. Doesn't count.
You didn't get them till this year, though, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I paid for them last November though.
Okay.
So it doesn't count.
So
think
last
about-
November, if Ryan golfed anywhere remotely to the same amount of rounds as he did this year, he doubled it last year. Hey, so you're actually, if you want to look at it that way, you spent a lot less on golf this year than you did in 2020.
Thank
Yeah.
you. 2021.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Thank you.
So
If we're gonna take anything out of this in a positive manner, we can say that I did save myself about $2,500 on golf this year.
That is true. Ryan.
That is astonishing. Over $3,000 on golf.
Oh, yeah.
But what's the price of good entertainment, Tyler?
yeah.
Is it priceless? In my mind, yes.
Yeah. So I don't think you're going to believe me because on face value, you would say Ryan probably golfs more than me. But I counted every round in my 18 birdies and I had 49 rounds on 18 birdies,
No shit.
plus some of the ones I didn't record with Grandpa Dave and some of the ones I didn't record with my buddies. So I would probably throw in like probably another 6 or 7 like yourself.
Okay, we'll throw in 6.
Yep.
You
And
play 49 recorded rounds.
apparently,
You're actually you're a sneaky volume golfer.
yeah, I like to, I golf by myself a lot in the mornings.
Yep.
But those are only 9s. So I think I golf a lot more just 9-hole rounds than Ryan. So I think my total average price should be a little lower.
Probably $40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give me, what would that be? 50,
$2,000.
55.
Oh,
55 rounds at $40.
quick math
Just-
in the head.
Just calculator.
$1,700.
$1,700.
55 times 40.
It's my guess. Around 1,500.
55
$1,700.
times 40 is $2,200.
$2,200.
I mean, I was way off, but that's
I bought.
$2,200 on green fees.
Okay. So, but if Becca, if you didn't skip, Grandpa paid for some of those. Grandpa did pay for about 3/4 of the rounds that we played together.
So can we say $2,000?
Yeah, $2,000 is probably safe.
Okay,
and
$2,000.
Hey, to save your ass on this, Tyler, Breakfast Ball thankfully has been paying for a couple of our rounds as of late.
I never took those into consideration.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we can take those into consideration. Oh, you didn't take any of those rounds into consideration?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe drop me down a little bit.
$2,000.
Okay, $2,000. I bought 2 boxes of balls this year, both Callaway yellow soccer balls.
No shit.
Yep.
I never saw you hit a Callaway soccer ball.
Because I lost them all very fast. I bought a box the first day we were golfing in Myrtle Beach. Me and Grandpa came home with 0 soccer balls.
Now the Myrtle Beach thing too, you had to pay for plane tickets.
Oh,
So we'll get to
fuck.
that in a second. So 2 boxes of golf balls, Callaway soccer balls, let's say $35.
Yep.
$70.
Every time I went to a cool course, I at least bought a ball, and I probably bought 3 or 4 hats.
And those balls are probably $5 a piece at the clubhouse.
Yeah, around there.
So let's just
So
simple
cool
math.
courses, I would say that's probably 6 cool courses. So 6 times 5,
$30.
$30.
30 extra dollars. I probably bought 3 hats from cool courses this year at probably $20 a pop. So that's 60 more dollars. I did buy 1 bag of teas. So that's probably like $2.
Okay, let's get the big stuff going here. The flight to South Carolina for the caddy girls.
That was
tournament.
expensive. I only had to pay for mine. Luckily, I didn't have to pay for Grandpa's. So I don't remember what it was. It was probably like $750.
Jeez.
Fuck me.
Did you?
I also had to pay for an Airbnb,
Oh wow!
which is probably another $400.
I forgot my Airbnb cost in there too, but we'll get to that.
Oh God. I didn't buy any more equipment than that. I don't.
You haven't even taken drinks into consideration. How many drinks do you think you bought?
I drank more than you.
So like 150 drinks?
Yeah, about probably.
Times 4
Yep.
is
150 drinks. Also, if you're Tyler's doctor, stop listening.
I believe that 150 times 4 is 600.
Sure. Yeah, it is.
Holy fuck, dude. Keep going.
I don't eat on the course often.
$20 for the garage sale clubs you bought.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. That was my money though. Yeah.
Come on, I need another $88. Find it somewhere.
I mean, food for the Myrtle Beach trip, maybe.
I think we can add another $100 just for the sake of this number.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous is a good word for it.
Yep. I know what it's going to be at. I've been keeping track in my head, and it's not good.
And we'll add, because I had an Airbnb cost of $220 on a golf trip I took. So your grand total with all that taken into consideration is $4,012.
Fuck that. My New Year's resolution for next year is to golf less.
Ryan, your total's $3,240.
Jesus
so-
Christ. We've spent pretty much the same as the Myrtle Beach trip that boosted me way over.
So I'm about $3,500. You're just over $4,000.
Yeah. So if you take the Myrtle Beach trip away, we're about the same.
So combined between the two of us, Tyler, we spent a grand total of $7,460 on golf.
This game is so stupid. Why do we do this?
Have we
Was
thought about
2020
becoming like a tennis podcast or something like that?
What's the least expensive sport?
Handball. You just got to buy the ball.
Pickleball is getting
Yep.
big. Pickleball could be the new golf. There's a wave coming.
There's no greens fee to play pickleball.
No, you find the local high school court or just the public court to go to.
Be a pickup basketball podcast from here on out.
Did you see Jimmy the other day? Triple double.
About $7,500 between the two of us in golf. Now,
Jesus
the
Christ.
things that we can buy with $7,500.
You could buy a decent used car for $7,500.
That's all damn near what I got for trading in my pickup. I could have traded you my pickup to pay for Tyler and I's 2022 year of golf.
Unreal.
Honestly, might have been worth it.
She still ran pretty good.
Yeah, we golfed an entire 2014 GMC.
2011.
2011 GMC, we golfed that.
All-terrain package, might I add.
Okay.
Little bit of rust.
Tiny
A
bit
lot
of
of rust on the
yeah,
back
yeah.
on the back wheel wells.
Yeah.
You'll get that in the Midwest.
Slight fender bender damage too.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's no frame damage though. All good.
Yep.
All good.
Solid.
All good. So,
We're degenerates.
but we still love it.
Yeah, we do.
We still love it.
I
And
don't love it as much when I hear those numbers.
And we're still going to do it this next year.
Yeah.
And come December 31st of 2023, we're going to do the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to compare the things. We're going to compare the numbers up. And maybe 5 to 10 years down the road, like when can we hit 6 digits spent on golf?
I hope never.
If we're going to be
If we
golfing
hit
for another 30 to 40 years.
If we hit $100,000
Okay, so you
golfing, I'm gonna have a divorce on my hands.
and you didn't even buy new clubs this year. You still
No.
need to get new clubs. So let's just say you spent $4,000 times 20. In 20 years, you'll have spent $80,000 on golf.
I'm just gonna tell Becca to not even just listen to this entire episode. This is bad.
It's astronomical, actually, when you add the numbers.
We
up.
got to start pinching pennies more.
We got to start hitting twilight hours.
Uh-huh.
We got to really start finding balls.
Mm-hmm.
We have to continue to use the same golf clubs the entire season.
Yep.
We have to.
Yeah, I didn't even buy any gloves. I went gloveless most of the year.
We got to get somebody else to drive to a golf trip
Yeah.
and then forget to pay them gas money.
Like, no, dude, I got you a 1 vodka lemonade. We're even, aren't we?
We got to sleep in the truck on these golf trips.
Mhm.
We got to go. Honestly, what we could do is we could rent a van. We could buy a van, a really cheap van, and then just sleep in that.
We could just skip golf for a year and buy a pretty nice van.
To think if you skip golf for 1 year and the things you could buy with that is pretty amazing.
Think about this. We golf so much less than people in Arizona. How much are they spending?
That's what
They're
I'm
doing
saying,
it the
dude.
entire calendar year.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking A.
Now, at this point, like, does a membership make sense?
Yeah, the problem is like 49 rounds at the same course would have for sure paid for my membership. 49 rounds at all of the random courses I went to, I would have never gone to that same course enough for me to pay for it. So I'm still going to say no because I'd have lost even more money this year.
That's a good point.
We need specific ways to find deals for the game of golf in general.
I think there are apps actually that like you
To clip some coupons. Are we
Yeah.
going to start fucking clipping coupons?
I want coupons in golf. There isn't enough. Like there are discount apps out there and you can win a round at a silent auction, but there isn't enough like buy one, get one green fees at Prairiewood.
You know, you remember the old East Bay catalogs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. East Bay.
Yeah. On the
Actually,
way out
Is
right
it
now.
dead?
They're dead. It's just they're fizzling out right now.
Yeah. They're going bankrupt.
There will be no more East Bay by 2023.
Rip. I still have some East Bay compression shorts from back in the day.
Maybe mail in order some pair of 2012 Nike Hyper Dunks from eBay
Yeah.
or East Bay.
We need some sort of magazine like that, so kind of like a Fleet Farm magazine with the best deals
Yeah, like the
in your
Christmas
area
catalog.
for gear, for courses, for everything. We need to find ways to not spend as much money in 2023 on golf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think we can do it. Now, we just didn't know. Like it's pennies, right? Every once in a while you're spending $50.
Yes.
And it doesn't feel like it's adding up
No, it
until you
doesn't.
do something like this.
No, it
And
doesn't.
we're not trying to discourage people from golfing or getting into golf. We're just telling you don't make the same mistakes that we made.
We're also extra. We can be extra at times.
Yeah.
Especially myself.
Mm-hmm.
We need to move on.
Yep. Let's do our resolutions now.
Okay, Jake.
This is new us coming forward.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm so glad that you guys brought up the money aspect of all of this because you guys did this to yourselves.
Oh no.
Tyler, I'll start off with one of your newest resolutions from last year. This is your resolution.
So these were our New Year's resolutions from 2022.
Yeah. Tyler, last year your resolution was buy the smallest membership at a local course and make that shit worth it.
Didn't happen. Nope. There's an X on my report card.
Damn. That number would have dropped significantly.
It would have.
Yeah.
Would have, but I would have had less fun.
That is true. You can't put a price tag on fun.
Yeah.
That is true. Speaking of price tags, Ryan, your resolution last year, you could have made some money back with this resolution. I don't think you did it. Your resolution was sell the remainder of your clubs on the podcast.
I did sell the remainder of my clubs. I sold them to Matt.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I think I charged him $200 for the entire bag.
Oh, fuck. Well, just take
which was
$200 off the
basically
top.
everything
Oh,
but
yeah.
a driver.
Take 200 off your total then. You made money from golf.
Okay, so what now it's still $3,200.
Yeah, that's a little better.
And that covers my Airbnb cost of the golf trip I went on.
There you go.
Oh,
So
God.
you kind of accomplished that. Like technically it was the podcast, but he was just in the room.
True.
Actually, yeah, you
Um,
did check that one off.
Yeah, done.
Dunzo. Not bad. Ryan, this one I know you did this year. It's kind of wholesome, actually. Ryan, last year you said you wanted to introduce somebody new to the game of golf.
Who did I do that to?
Probably Alan.
Yeah.
I would say as a group, like as a podcast, as a page, we introduced. I don't know. We did fully introduce to Alan.
You were part, yeah, like as a group, but you are in that group.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we can cross that one off the list. Now, it's really hard to start working here and not have a bag of clubs in the simulator right now.
Yeah, there's
I think
30
we have
of them in
14 bags of clubs in the simulator right now.
And mine are in my truck.
Yes. So yes, introducing someone that was pretty cool because now he'll be here till midnight hitting on a simulator and like getting into all the metrics and all that shit. But I also think that the people in this office who like golfed maybe once or twice a year are now starting to do it more. So we also kind of reignited the fire under some employees here that may have never done that.
Yep.
May have never picked the clubs back up. They would have just been collecting. They would have been the wooden clubs in your grandpa's garage that you see nowadays in 20 years.
I did it. I completed your resolution as a solo.
Really?
The former one episode producer of this podcast, Ben, got Ben into golf this year.
Yeah.
Is
and
he-
you guys got Mitch into golf too.
Yep.
Yeah, Mitch.
Technically,
Bought a new driver?
He's one of those guys like it was the reignition of the golfing.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
But Ben didn't even have clubs. He used Becca's for the first 3 times we went.
That's what Jade used Meg's clubs for like the first year.
Yep.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to start though. I think if you can like just piggyback off if you got a friend who golfs, odds are they've bought their wife a set of clubs at some point.
Or their old ones are still in their garage.
Correct. Great way to get into golf. Just borrow somebody else's clubs until you're like, all right, I like this enough to go out and get my own. Dunzo.
That's a great resolution. Just don't tell them how much it costs to actually golf.
It's an expensive sport. Potentially the most expensive.
Yeah. This or hockey.
You don't got to buy ice. Well, no. It's golf, hands down.
Yeah, probably. Ryan, your 2022 New Year's resolution. Your New Year's resolution from last year was to get a hole-in-one.
Nope.
That did not happen. However, something did happen I've never done before.
Yeah?
On my birthday in 2022, I turned 29 years old last June. I went to the driving range because it's my day, right? I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want on my birthday. I went to the driving range in the morning and I was hitting a 54 degree to about 115, 120 yards. And I holed out at the driving range. Bounced once. And this is, you know, do you know what hole I'm talking about? You can see the entire green. So it's not like it got lost in the backside. Bounce once, straight in the hole, fucking hold out 115.
Still does not a hole.
So close.
Still doesn't count. It's an unofficial. Still doesn't count. But also, did I chip in for the first time this last year? No, that would have been in
it's 2 years
2021. Okay.
You got your first eagle this year.
I did.
Yep.
I did get my first solo eagle. It wasn't a scramble.
It was a scramble, but we used every one of his shots.
Solo eagle, that still counts
Yes,
in my
and
eyes.
eagled the par 5.
Officially, it doesn't count, but for us and our level, it counts.
And then we eagled number 7 on our first hole. We eagled.
Yep.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Tyler, that was actually your resolution last year, was to get a solo eagle.
Got it.
Got it.
Arizona. Got it done in like 2 weeks.
What course?
Don't remember.
Rolling Hills,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. It was the first time I had used that driver I got from, it was like hole 2. And I teed off with my hybrid on the first hole, and then hole 2. First time I ever used the driver I got from the listener, drove over the green and then chipped in.
That was sick. And the funny thing is, we roll up to this course. I'm the one that booked the courses, so I'll take full responsibility. We roll up to this course thinking it's going to be, your full 18-hole course. Well, it ends up being like a hybrid par 3, par 4 course with no par 5s. So I'm not taking anything away from your ego, but I fucked up in booking the course. It was not a full 18-hole course.
It counts.
Yeah.
No, 100% counts. But I wish we would have gotten you only go on golf trips every so often, so you want to golf a full 7,000 yard 18.
That was the course you left your speaker at.
RIP my speaker.
Damn.
Yep. But you got an eagle, so it doesn't even matter.
Fuck yeah, guys. That's sweet. You both, Tyler, you accomplished your goal. Ryan,
One of them.
you didn't, but that's fine.
What one did
The hole in one.
Oh yeah. No, and 1 in 12,500.
We're getting close.
We gotta be
We've
getting
been
close to-
taking a lot of shots.
Now, okay, this would be another. We're not going to do it right now, but we should count up our scores from all of those rounds and see how many shots we took during our rounds of golf in 2022.
I'm going to beat you on that one too.
Oh yeah, big time.
I got one, just one simple resolution. Everybody knows I haven't broken 90. That is not my resolution. I want to beat an 85.
You're going for it.
I know the 90 is doable. I have been so close so many times that it's not going to be enough of a resolution to shave 2 strokes off my game.
Okay.
I'm shaving off 7. I'm getting a fucking 85.
Hell yeah.
I hope I'm there when you do it.
Me too. I need witnesses because none of you will believe me if I do.
No, I would. You're a trustworthy guy.
Yeah.
I would believe you.
Yeah, but you got to be there to hold me accountable for like if I forget if I foot wedged or if I forget like I dropped illegally. I'm going to need someone to remind me.
Sure. Yep. I think for you, it comes down to focus.
Mm-hmm.
Focus for 18 holes is potentially one of the hardest things to do in golf.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, you know, you have a good front nine and then you have a shitty back nine, or you have a good back nine and shitty. It's so hard to focus for 18 holes straight.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, and if you're dialed around the greens, I think it can happen 100%.
I lied. I have one more.
Go ahead.
We're going to win a fucking scramble this year, and we're not going to cheat.
That's a great New Year's resolution.
We just got to win one. And I'm not talking a scramble against 4v4, right? I'm talking an actual scramble tournament. We're going to win the
20,
goddamn thing.
30 teams.
And I don't care what it has to take. It's like my resolution of beating you that 2 years ago. I didn't care what my score was as long as it was lower than yours. I don't care how we win the tournament. If we got to buy all the mulligans in the fucking world, we got to recruit a super team. I don't give a shit how we do it. We're just going to win a scramble without cheating.
That is, I'll also say,
Good asterisk. That.
Yeah.
I'll join that resolution with you.
Mhm.
We've already expressed to you guys how many times we want to win a fucking scramble. 2023 is going to be the year. Even if I don't do it with you,
Mm-hmm.
if I do it with another team, I want to win a scramble tournament.
Yeah, we've been close. We've been top 5.
My other New Year's resolution is, so I'm actually surprised that it wasn't to break 80 last year.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised I didn't
say
have a
that.
2022 resolution to break 80. That was just like an internal goal of mine. I did that, shot a 77 down in Arizona. I want to do that 2 to 3 times this year. I don't want to, you know, it's not the year to consistently shoot 76 to 79. It's not. But I think if I can do it 2 to 3 times, that's a huge win for me, because my other rounds that are not breaking 80, I think are probably going to be like 80, 82 to 85, which I'm completely fine with.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one. The second one, personal goal for me. I want to golf by myself more.
Good goal.
I broke 80 once and I golfed by myself once. The round I golfed by myself, I was done in about an hour 45, and I had to wait on multiple tee boxes for the people in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about therapy.
Yep. Especially it was a morning round too, wasn't it?
If you're going to golf by yourself, if you're on a time constraint, you're going to golf by yourself, schedule the first tee time of the day. I don't care if it's at 6 a.m., at 7 a.m., at 8 a.m. Get the first tee time. Go out, get your own cart, throw on some good music.
Show up early.
They'll
let you on early if you're at a cool course.
Go golf by yourself more, because I will tell you, it's probably one of the most underrated things to do in the sport.
Couldn't agree more.
And I'm going to leave you guys at that. It's been a great year, Tyler.
It has.
I think 2023 is going to be, I mean, we keep like consistently leveling up from year to year.
Mm-hmm.
So for all of you listening, for all of you that have been listening, thank you for a great 2022. We got some good shit coming in 2023. We're going to hopefully get to some more tournaments. We're going to, you know, keep busting the podcast out, keep posting the videos. We appreciate all the support.
Yeah, we've gotten some really nice reviews lately too. So thank you guys for that. And if you want to leave one too, that'd be awesome.
This podcast is what keeps this page above water from getting, you know,
because obviously we can't go out and shoot content for you guys on a golf course. We got the simulator and this podcast.
Yep.
So the more you guys listen, the longer we'll be here.
Send it to the group chat, as I've said before. Get your buddies on it. 2023 is going to be lit. See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.